of all ages, welcome to piece 30. I'm excited. I wanted to give up so many times, but we're at the finish line. I'll explain more once I'm out there, but this is going to be a step-by-step, raw, uncut version. It's a little bit longer, a little bit different than my last content, so carve out some time to watch this guy. This is the last piece for this challenge, but it is not the last project for this channel. So it'd be super cool if you subscribed, if you haven't already. You should do it because I love you. Oh, piece 30, okay, it's happening. We're gonna clear the wall. My neighbor has a leaf blower and he uses it on his whole entire property, which is like 2 acres. It's kind of crazy. Honestly, to get to even 30 was a journey. I wanted to quit at 15. I had this whole plan of like maybe switching off and doing only 15 and changing all the titles. So I'm happy I'm here. A lot of work, a lot of money, but I'm happy I'm here. Who does yard work in the pitch black with a headlamp? We cleared the wall last night. It's ready to go. I spent a lot of time thinking about piece 30, like what it could be, what it should be. And honestly, it started stressing me out. I had all these themes in mind. I wanted to go like above and beyond. But then I took a step back and I realized I wasn't having fun anymore. So I think piece 30, we just need to keep it simple. This one's actually been in the sketchbook for a long time. What I have here is a wombat. If you know me, this is my favorite animal. We're gonna do a cartoon version of a bunny riding a wombat. The alpacas are like screaming. But the good thing about this one being so simple is that I can just leave the camera on. You can see the whole process and what goes on. I'll still cut out the boring parts or parts where I just stutter my words like I always do. We'll get the GoPro on, we'll get this camera on. I'll keep a time lapse in the back pocket just in case everything goes to shit. And also the reality is that my hand hurts. We need to keep this thing healthy. Okay, I'm gonna sneeze. Test, we're linked up. So let's get started on this piece. So if you can tell, I already put an outline for this thing on here just so I wouldn't look terribly bad. Okay. Now that I'm looking at it, I kind of want to white out this part a little bit. So I'm going to be using a pink dot. Pink dot's a little bit whiter. It gets a little bit whiter with the spray for the cap. Yeah, you can see one that goes like here. We'll go along here, and then ears, face, legs, you get it. It should be pretty simple. Okay, so make sure the GoPro can see what's going on. I believe that's it right there. We don't see a lot of me just shaking a can, like a lot. I shake cans so much. No idea. Alright. This is our reference. Obviously it's mirrored. The head is on this side, this one's on the left. What is that? Oh. I thought one of my cans was like going off over here. So, let's just do it. This is generally what happens. I just do it and whatever happens, happens. Pretty decent so far. I think if you were in the previous videos, remember like these cans throw quite a bit, so they're a little bit bigger and a little bit more high pressure than I was expecting. Which is good for these outlines, but it's not good for like detail. Alright, and for the most part, the face is kind of So I have some reference photos for the face. I guess I'm gonna blur this out so you guys can't see my messages and my photos, but eventually it comes down to this. Kind of got like this triangular shaped face. It's all about triangles, right? So yeah, I'll try for something like that. I'm looking at my lines here, they're kind of triangular. This one isn't so much, but we should be able to fix that. Okay. Kind of like that. And I'm pointing, so the nozzle's here, and I point it like this. And when I point it this way, it gives me the sharp edge. It gives me the sharp edge on the left side, and the spray on the right. So that's, I'm doing that. Good narration there. All right, ready? There. Starting to look like a wombat, right? And then we have the back. We do have the bunny up here, which I don't really want to mess with quite yet, but yeah, let's just do that. So what I need to figure out is the eyes and the mouth, and what exactly that looks like. So here I just put a note, just called it a day, which are like apparently slightly obtuse or just diamond shaped. I'm going to keep the eyes a little bit lower, so I'll put them down here. So yeah, let's put the eyes on. It is weird doing this because it makes me make, it's weird doing this because it makes me make decisions. Okay, here we go. Pretty cute. Alright. Put a little ear thing here. There we go. And we put the bottom leg, which should be kind of like this. Yeah. Widen the nose a little bit. There we go. Maybe a little snout. There we go. Alright. There's a wombat. So now I'm going to change caps. So I'm going to clear the cap, which is, I don't know, you just turn the can upside down and spray it till it gets clear. So that's clearing the cap. And then I have a couple options. This is my favorite cap actually. It's, I don't even know. It's level 3 of the Montana caps. But I think it's going to be too fat for this bunny that we're about to do. So I'm going to put on a skinnier one. So we've got level 2 and level 1. And we've got like our very skinny caps. So I'm just going to bring all of these up here and see what happens. Actually, I'm going to test them back here. Because I don't quite know this can that well. I'm just gonna test out what happens. It's kind of big, to be honest. Like it's hard to control. It's a bit splattery. This one looks super clogged, if you can't see that, but okay. This one's a little bit floaty because it's a little bit clogged, but for what we're doing, it might be perfect. Okay, and then we've got this one. Okay, yeah, that needs to be put in some acetone stat. And this one's just clogged. Okay, so I'm going to clear this one off because we're not going to use it. And we're going with this floaty, I don't even know what you call it, thin cap. So obviously if you look at this bunny,
ears, head. Not everything's like fully defined, so there's a little bit of improv going on here. Let's try that out. Legs. That's his arm. I want him to be holding some hair. So maybe we do that here. Some fur. Okay. And then that's one of his arms. His other arm is going to be out here. He's going to have a colored shirt. Give him a tail. Cover up the arm. Put some suspenders on him. And then face. I don't like that. This is hard. This bunny's starting to slowly fall apart here. Come on. And eyes. And bunny's up here. There. That's a bunny. It's like riding the wombat. So now we need to finish off that final line that we had going there. So I'll go ahead and do that. And then we were using, which cap were we using? The pink dot, right? Can't even tell which one this is. Alright, pink dot. We'll use the pink dot to finish off. That bunny looks weird. Okay. We'll use the pink dot to finish off the wombat back. Like this. There we go. Now we have a bunny riding a wombat. I don't like this, what's going on here. It's a little bit weird. Also, this is not the right cap, so I should probably stop before I mess it up more. Cleared that. Clear this cap. Honestly, the skinny caps like, this thing's clogged like crazy. Even if you put them in acetone and soak them overnight, as soon as you're done, they're just done. Okay, so what I have next is either a fat cap. This orange thing is a fat cap, or I have the pink dot again. And what we can do is we can add shadow if we want. But to be honest, as I look at this, I don't really want to. So I think I'm just gonna do pink dot on black. I was trying to think of some like funny saying or pun with wombat in it, but I couldn't quite figure one out. So it's either hand-to-hand wombat, like combat, or wombat arena, because like it's running, it's a bunny, right? And it's fighting the, it's not fighting, it's riding the wombat. So I guess kind of like a rodeo. So we're gonna go with the rodeo theme. So we're gonna do wombat arena. Wombat arena. Ready? Okay, good. Okay, so pink dot. The further you are away, if I shoot from here, it's gonna be a circle and I'm gonna bring it in. But if I shoot from here, it's gonna start skinny and drippy. And then if I bring it down, it'll be like that. It'll be like a funnel out versus this. Or if I just move my arm, it'll all be the same width. Follow what I'm saying? All right. Okay. Wombat Arena. I hope I spell everything correctly. I absolutely 100% ran out of room. So what do you do when you do this in middle school? You just start scrunching up and going like this, right? So guess what we're doing. Right. Wombat. Nah. Wombat Arena. That looks funny as hell, but whatever. Put a period on it. Okay, so now I'm thinking the bunny might need some fixing. It's just not that great. I don't really like the face that much, and the foot is a little off. So I'm just gonna go in and honestly erase it. So I do with that. Normally I have like a cheaper can of Rust-Oleum that I use for that. And this one's almost empty. And I only have like the expensive low pressure after that to do this, but it is what it is at this point. It's 30. So let's just clear this off. And one of the good things about spray paint is honestly it's like very forgiving. In the sense that if you do mess up, you can cover it with another paint. It can even be white, which is like, if you're using acrylics, obviously like, you know that's not a legal move most of the time, because the white just does not cover up, is not opaque enough to cover up the paint underneath. Whereas spray paint, you can get away with like a lot more. Let's see. Granted, you need the can control to be able to fix the errors. I don't necessarily have the can control, but it's getting there. So I can just fix some of this stuff up. Actually, yeah, just get rid of this. It's a little whack. This whole thing's a little whack. This thin cap is the last one I have, and it's not spitting well, so it's unfortunate. But now we're definitely in the details, so maybe I'll throw up some wombat facts so it's less boring. Honestly, this is what I do most of the time when you look at the videos. It's me just going back and sometimes completely erasing what I did or fixing it. And I think for this, we're gonna put some color in. That's for a new project. So, Bunny's suspenders are yellow. And I want a dark yellow maybe. This yellow is almost empty, that's why I'm grabbing it. And then we've got his trousers, which are somewhat of this color. So I'm just gonna use something like this. Probably use these two. What is this? Menthol and maybe this color. ones, I think we're gonna use these caps. Level 3. Level 3. Okay. You can kind of hear it. There's like nothing left in this one. Yeah, come on. Yeah, this one's empty. Let's just use a new can. Oh, so for the stock Montana caps, they aren't that bad. Just dropped it. But the ones that come stock on Montana Gold, they're totally fine for what you need. It's just, I bought a bunch of caps and I found which ones I actually prefer to use that feel good in my hand, I guess, is the answer. There's absolutely no right answer, but they do help. I think some purists will say like, it doesn't matter, I can do whatever, which is probably true, but that's not me. Like I'm not that good. So what I'm gonna do here is just basically go over the outlines with my color, and then I'll come back in and add the black. And what I do have is a darker shade, so what I can do is add some shading. Not sure if you guys are still with me or not. That's fine. We'll just keep going. This pants are this color. I guess I could just speed up certain parts of this. Okay, now you can see like, yeah, there's some shadow there. And this is his foot, so we're gonna go like that to give it some depth. Some depth, then there. Spray, spray, that's good. All right, I think the color should be good. The biggest bummer is I can't control my black as well as I want to. This can is almost empty and I'm saving it for some other stuff, which is much easier to control. But we'll just make do. This is just a fun one, right? I'm just gonna keep reminding myself that. There we go. Okay, now we can go like that, like that, something like that. Okay, I'm not super worried about drips on this one because I think it's part of the aesthetic that's going to happen, but yeah. Nice. It's not terrible, it's not great. I guess you could, okay. I'm gonna add another suspender, but I don't think it's gonna make that big of a difference. Black, okay. You guys like hanging out with me or what? So this is 30. So it's not like this is gonna happen again anytime soon. It's probably a good thing. Some of you are probably like, thank God. It'd be cool if we had some furry coming out. Like that. Fuzz butt. Okay. What we do need to do is sign it. So what I'm gonna do is grab magenta, because I think that would look good. And we're just going to use, if I can find it, type 3. Just grab a new one, I guess. What was that? Okay. Here we go. Maybe I should practice. Should we practice? Practice a couple times? Yeah, probably. What's the angle? Okay. Okay. All right, so that looks okay. Honestly, I don't know quite how I feel. You like my setup here?
All right, GoPro's off, but I'm not sure how I quite feel about the Wombat Arena, so I might go back in and fix that. But other than that, I think 30 is done, guys. I'm gonna turn off all the cameras, we'll regroup, figure out if I'm gonna do anything else. But cool, hope you guys enjoyed that. That was a little bit of a long one. All right. All things considered, I am very happy to be ending the project with this piece. This is one that's been stuck in my head for so long, but it seemed so simple that I didn't want to do it, but I'm actually very happy with the way it turned out. But if you can tell, I changed the arena portion around and I added a poop, and maybe you can see it, but I adjusted the bunny a little bit. But piece number 30 of 30 is done. I think we gained both a lot from the art side and the technical side just through this challenge alone. It definitely tested my mental several times. Next time I probably won't do it when it's like 1,000,000 degrees out and the whole world is on fire. I do have to say thank you to everyone who has followed me from either the beginning or in the middle, wherever it is, yesterday. I appreciate you guys a lot. Thank you so much. It definitely helps motivate me to continue making art, because it's hard for me to share my creative stuff sometimes. But with that, I am very excited for the next projects coming up. Feel free to subscribe to follow along to those. Like, comment, either way. I hope you have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video. Is there grease on my screen?